Welcome, weary traveller. Do come in, put your feet up, relax by the fire. Ooh, look at the stars tonight. Aren't they nice? Let's talk of dark matters. Hello, welcome to Beer Lore, where I explore the stories, myths, objects or events that inspire the names that appear on all our beers. Now today, we're talking science, and our beer today is Dark Matters, a beer from Aldi with a name that alludes to dark matter. But what is dark matter exactly? Well, we're not sure. Dark matter is a type of matter that is at present only hypothetical. It's an idea that's been bandied around since the 1880s, although the specifics have changed as time's gone on. The idea is roughly the same though. There is invisible stuff affecting the way that the universe works, the way that galaxies spin, all that good stuff. You see, astronomers and physicists did a lot of measurements and noticed that the numbers didn't quite add up when it came to the movements of the stars and the way that galaxies should behave. Now, the first to notice all this was Lord Kelvin, the gentleman who helped to give us the laws of thermodynamics, who was calculating the mass of the galaxy and realised that the numbers he got didn't match the number of stars that we could actually see. So he proposed that many of the stars that were in the galaxy were dark, in that we couldn't see them. The famous French mathematician, Henri Poincaré, sorry for my terrible pronunciation of French there, referred to these invisible stars as dark matter when discussing his work a few years later. The idea stuck, and as more and more scientists measured the movement and behaviour of the stars and galaxies, they realised that something wasn't quite right. Their calculations gave all these galaxies much more mass in order to behave the way that they did, so the proposal that some sort of invisible stuff was causing all this was brought up a fair few times over the years. Finally, in the 1970s, three scientists, Vera Rubin, Kent Ford and Ken Freeman, were studying galaxies with a new type of spectrograph, and the results were in. The only way that the galaxies could be spinning the way they were would be if they'd got much more stuff in them than we could see. And so in the late 70s this research was then confirmed, sticking dark matter on the list of big unsolved problems. So, what do scientists think it is? Well, there's a number of candidates for this invisible stuff, all of them being very non-reactive and of course at present undetectable by any means that we've got now. The only reason it's called dark matter is because it doesn't react to anything, so we can't see it, either with our eyes or our instruments. But whatever it is, it does have some sort of mass and therefore has a gravitational effect, and a strong one too. Galaxies would fly apart if it weren't for the gravity created by this undetectable stuff. And apparently dark matter is everywhere too. Latest estimates put it at around 85% of the total mass of the universe. So, with all this in mind, where did Aldi go with all this? Well, Dark Matters is brewed by the Brains Brewery for Aldi, and it is a coffee-flavoured porter. You can tell it's been inspired by the mysterious matter, because if we look at the label in this footage that I've taken, it shows a coffee mug with a galaxy swirling around in it, which is obviously a homage to how it was discovered, and the label behind it depicts a stellar scene with planets and stars and things. Turning the bottle around, the label on the rear tells us that the beer is 4.4 ABV, and the blurb on the back states that in a universe of wonders, it's the dark that matters. So, Brains have clearly stated the inspiration for this beer, and if we're discussing the dark void of space, then a stout or a porter is definitely the way to go. Now, as usual in my pre-recorded footage, you can see me pouring this lovely beer, which straight away you can see is as dark as the night sky. Now, to be really true to the theme, this beer should taste of nothing, but sit heavily on your stomach. But only one of these is true. The beer does feel weighty like most porters, but the overwhelming taste is of coffee, but with a lack of bitterness. So, in my opinion, they've done a good job of creating a beer that represents this mysterious matter. And there you have it. So, what do you think? If you've tried a beer that better explains a cosmic mystery, why not comment below? Should invisible matter taste like coffee? If you like discussing mysteries about life, the universe, theology, beer and everything, then why not stick around? The best way to do that, of course, is to subscribe. But until next time, weary travellers, go grab yourself a drink and keep asking questions.